So the March housing data is out for the state of Florida. So let's dive right in. All right. So starting with Broward County, closed sales up 3.3% compared to last year. Median sales price, however, down 5.5%. We're down to 600,000. As you can also see here, active inventory down 12%, and month supply of inventory is now down to 4.8 months. This is down from 5.4 and actually just down from 5.1 in January. So this trend is continuing lower. Let's move over to Dade County. So Dade County closed sales are up 11% compared to last year. Median sales price is up about 0.5%. However, when we go back just 2 months ago, Dade County was sitting at median sales price at $699, so it has come down compared to a couple months ago. Active inventory is down, and month supply of inventory is now officially under 6 months in Dade. It's now down to 5.7 months. Moving over to Palm Beach County, closed sales up 14%. Median sales price up 3.2%. Palm Beach County continues to do well here. Active inventory, though, down 14%, and month supply of inventory down to 4.7 months. Look at compared to a year ago, sitting at 5.8. All right, then let's look at Florida as a whole. By the way, this is just single family homes we're focusing on. So closed sales up 5.9%. Median sales price in the positive territory, 1.8%. Active inventory down 11%, and month supply of inventory, once again, it's low across the state. We went from 5.5 months a year ago, now down to 4.8. We are going to talk about why that's important. All right, we're going to move over to townhomes and condos for Broward County for the month of March. Closed sales down about 0.5%. Median sales price continues to decline for condos here, down 3.7%. Active inventory is down 12%. And look at month supply of inventory. Definitely peaked, it seems like, with townhouses and condos, and now it's actually starting to come down. This is good. We needed this. We had an excess supply in the townhomes and condos, so down to 11.3 months in Broward County. Moving over to Dade County, closed sales up 2.9%. Median sales price hanging out in the positive territory, up 1.7%. Active inventory down 8%. And month supply of inventory just ever so slightly ticking down for Dade County as well. Moving over to Palm Beach County, closed sales up quite a bit, up 11%. Median sales price for townhomes and condos up 6.5%. Palm Beach County seems to be doing very well across the board. Active inventory is down 16%. And look at their month supply of inventory really coming down. A year ago, they were sitting at 10.3. They're now out of double digits at 8.5 months supply of inventory. And then we'll round off here with Florida as a whole for the townhomes and condos. Closed sales up 12%. Median sales price, no change from a year ago, holding steady at $315. Active inventory down by 11%, and month supply of inventory down to 9.1. So it looks like Florida as a whole has entered the single digits of inventory with townhomes and condos, although the Tri-County area, with the exception of Palm Beach, mostly Dade and Broward, are still in those double-digit numbers. So look, the inventory thing is really something to pay attention to because we were seeing it decline, but that was more of seasonality in the coming off the holidays, January, February, where it's typically slower. But March is kind of that first month we're entering into the spring here where we typically see more activity. And even though transactions are up compared to last year, inventory is trending down. So this has been a buyer's market, but if we continue to see inventory tick down, that's obviously less supply. That can turn in favor of the sellers. So we're going to pay really close attention to inventory because we've seen it peak over the last few years, but now it's starting to come down, and here we are in the busy season of the spring, and it's still continuing to come down. So it's going to be really telling to see what that inventory number is in April. But buyers, even though inventory is ticking down, rates have kind of settled here, hovered in the low 6 range like we talked about. This, conflict in Iran has caused some issues. So buyer, even though inventory is going down, we're not at the point yet where it's a seller's market. This is still an opportunity for buyers. We have interest rates that have kind of settled down now. The Iran war, definitely we saw a little bit of a spike, but they've come back down. They're hovering in that low 6% range. But there is still a good amount of inventory, at least here in Florida. There's sellers that have had their properties sitting on the market. You can still make deals. This is definitely a great opportunity. And the townhouse and condo market, needless to say, there's plenty of opportunity there, but also with the single family residence. However, got to pay attention to that inventory, because if those numbers continue to go down, you will have less options and the favor will go ahead and switch into the seller side. So pay attention to that. This is still a great opportunity for you guys. If you have any questions or you're looking to buy this year and you want to formulate a plan or a strategy on how to do that, feel free to reach out. Would love to help you get in a new home in 2026. Make it a great day. Take care.